I got this moment. You
Man, today we talking about something crazy, man. We talking about whether people actually hate evil or whether they only hate what makes them feel uncomfortable. Everybody says they want the truth until the truth makes them question themselves. How do you feel about that, man?
I think there's a lot of evil in this world that people don't know they're really behind. And so when I first saw that question, it's difficult to like define evil because it's like it's good and evil is two sides, more than two sides to every story. But there's things like Jordan. They were talking about how much money. I think it might have came up on the podcast, like, or if it didn't, the money that he's being like his money is getting controlled by someone who's doing investments for him and everything, and like they're investing in some evil shit. Like, can't remember what it was specifically, but
I don't remember what it is. I think I do some with the juice people. Let's call it that. I think it's the juice people, right?
okay,
You know what I'm talking about?
no
Juice.
You
don't get it?
No.
Okay, well,
Over my
the
head,
juice
dog.
people.
Okay, what? Yep.
Yeah,
Funding some evil shit.
Yeah.
But it's like, if he was gonna watch his own money, like that's what makes him money.
See,
So-
you know what's crazy? That's pretty much what we're getting into today. And my question is really, you said you can't define good and evil. I'm paraphrasing a little bit, but you don't think you can define good and evil?
Nah, there's perspectives to everything. Like history can't define good and evil, but like your history can define what you see as good and evil.
So I guess the question is more of like, let's just say somebody. We can't all say that's bad, no matter what the context is.
For sure, no.
No?
No.
Why not?
I mean, that's like, what do you mean bad? Like, if somebody who was about to somebody else,
Yeah.
then it's just a chain of like who was in the right, who was in the wrong. Like, right, wrong.
I still think that the act of somebody is wrong. No matter
That's
the
fair.
perspective or what
That
caused
fair.
that reaction to happen or the action to happen. And I feel like that's such a
No, because that's exactly
such a high end. Oh, you can't do anything.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
That's
But like
exactly what you just. But the question was, do they not want to see evil, even if it makes them feel uncomfortable? Like, just to admit that they're doing something evil.
yeah.
I'm trying to justify like there's situations where it may come to that, and I wouldn't want to be evil, but realistically,
But yeah,
you're in the wrong.
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
But is there something that's like extremely terrible enough for me to be like, actually, he had to go. this guy was wild.
Yeah. Well, we can point to the files that they've been releasing recently. The stuff that they've been doing.
Like, you know what's crazy? I be
They haven't sent.
don't. They are.
Donald was having sent.
He is. Even Epstein is heaven sent.
Yeah.
But I ain't seen nothing about what was happening in those files in the Bible.
Well, if I'm gonna be a little, child sacrifice has been going on since.
Hey,
That's in the Bible.
hey, educate me.
You know what?
No.
Yes. And I'm pretty sure the person that the deity that they were sacrificing to in the Epstein files is the same one that's in the Bible.
As in the big one.
Not that guy. They were doing it to someone else.
Oh,
the other big guy. Well, I don't want to call him a big guy. Well, you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying.
Classic battle. Good.
Yeah, but I guess but when is it when does it come to a point where it's like this is completely unacceptable versus when it's, because like you were saying originally, you were like there's good, there's a fine, not even a fine, there's
What I said.
some people don't think,
perspective.
hold on, a lot of people don't think there is any good and evil. It just is, and I don't agree with that. I feel like that takes away.
Whoa, you don't agree with that? It just, or are you just saying you don't agree with it just is? Because you're an it just is type guy. That's
Whoa, what you mean?
That we didn't had a whole conversation about it just is.
When
we were talking about whether he lied, whether Job lied, and you were like, it's just a comment.
No, that's not what I said, bro. I said No.
Okay.
Let me go
Outside.
back.
Do you want to give them perspective on that conversation?
If you want to, go ahead.
So I'm not the person to be talking about the Bible with. Let's start there. I'm not a pastor. What I say, there's no warning for that one at the beginning of the show. So I'm not a pastor, but I do have a slight knowledge of just one story that Job was. See, I don't even got.
Job was basically one of God's best warriors.
See, it's not Job I was talking about. I was talking about Abraham.
Oh,
we were just talking about
Abraham. Okay. Well, yeah, Abraham.
Abraham had to sacrifice his son.
Mm-hmm.
Is the base of it. He was told by big God, gotta sacrifice him. Nothing else you could do. He's pleading, like, please, not my son. Like, you gave my son. Like, you can't do this to me, dog. He's like, I need him. Like, you gotta show me that you're willing to give him that. So he goes to the mountain, goes to the hill, and he brings two people with him, which I think is the son's older brother.
No, two witnesses. Just two witnesses.
Brings two witnesses with him, and he tells the witnesses, we will be back.
We will be back. Talking about Abraham and his son.
He said, we will be back. I can't remember what the next sentence was, but it was something about the sacrifice will be done and we will be back.
God will provide the sacrifice and we will be back.
So, he planned on murdering his son at the top of that hill. But then God said, you don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. I just need to see that you would do that. So then,
we don't know that. We don't know that he needs to just see it, that you would do it. We're going in there thinking he about to lose it.
He went up that hill,
his son.
planned on sacrificing his son. And he came back down the hill with his son because he was not forced to sacrifice his son.
Mm-hmm.
The question that was asked to me was he lying when he said, we will come back?
Was he lying to the witnesses?
At the beginning of the hill, was he lying? And that conversation that we had led to a point where it was like, it was just a comment. Now, there was two sides to it's just a comment. It was like, it's a truth and a lie because it didn't happen yet. So, essentially, he can't be lying when he first says the comment. He can't be telling the truth when he first said the comment. There's also that, so that's the sense that it's neither, but it also could be both. Like, both outcomes are still possible. Mm-hmm. So, when you talk about good and evil, well, say what you gotta say, because
about what?
You're smiling real hard. Right?
No, I was saying it was like that's like Schrodinger's cat for people who
Stop about this fucking.
Who people know what Schrodinger's cat is something is both outcomes until it's observed. It is both good and bad. It is both so Schrodinger's cat. It was a hypothesis, or there's a cat. You have a cat and a cat. There's a box, and in the box there's a cat and a bomb, right? And the question is the cat dead or alive? And they're basically saying it's both until you observe it. You look inside the box and you see that the cat is either dead or alive. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what I was saying. I just wanted to throw out Schrodinger's cat.
What I'm saying is, it seems like from the conversation we had about whether something is a truth or a lie, because a lot of people we had a conversation with were like, it's either a truth or a lie. Like, the outcome happened, which made it seem like he was telling the truth. But really, he didn't expect that outcome, which made it seem like it was a lie.
That's what I'm saying.
But, and we started bringing faith into it, and it was a little different. Then we started bringing quantum physics and how it and time.
We went crazy on that.
Different conversation, but what I'm saying is, it seems like stuff can be just is to you. Like, the world can move on as just things that happen in the world, like with no malintent. You can do something that someone considers evil without having malintent, which would make it a perspective thing.
So this is, okay, that's what your conclusion was. My conclusion was that he was lying, but if he's not, it's because God made it so that he wasn't lying.
Correct. That was your conclusion.
Basically, it's a lie because he's going in there thinking that he's going to murder his kid. He's hoping that God provides another sacrifice, but he's going in there. God said, you're sacrificing your son. This is it.
He believes.
Yes.
He doesn't have to sacrifice his son.
Yes, whatever. He's hoping. No, he's hoping.
He believes. You said God will provide the sacrifice.
He is believing. He's believing. But at that point when he's talking to the witnesses, it is a lie because he is uncertain that God was going to provide a sacrifice.
Uncertainty doesn't make it a lie.
Yes, it does. If you don't know, then and you make a statement. If
you don't know but you hope, it's not a lie.
That's still a lie.
No, it's not.
I'm gonna have $5 million, and I'm gonna have $5 million next year.
What if you do?
But what about if we don't?
Then you did.
But you don't have $5 million.
It's what it is. Like,
But that's what I'm saying. He doesn't know that. He doesn't know what the outcome is going to be, so he's lying. But like I was saying, because at first he's thinking God said sacrifice my son. This is it. But God provided another sacrifice, which allowed for him to not lie to those people after that.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
So all that, it was a sidebar, but that was to say that the perspective of good and evil is to be like, stuff can be just is. Like and you said you don't believe that stuff can't just be. So, I mean, if you take it back to like the beginning of the time, like good and evil has deep roots. Because like, let's just say like right now, compared to 200 years ago, the black and white race have peace. It is not peace, but comparatively, it is peace. So would we be one side? Like before, were they good? What was good and evil back then?
You're saying it's subjective / perspective?
Yeah, I mean, maybe like some people realize that one side was good and some people realize that one side was evil back then, but they realize that now. In the moment, they're like,
yeah, exactly.
That's me.
Exactly.
They're like, y'all wildin'.
Exactly.
So it's like, I'm not saying
so who's wrong?
Why does someone have to be wrong? Like, it just is. They were wrong.
That's what I'm saying. We know.
But
that is wrong. We don't want, like,
people been doing that for all of time. So, like, have we been wrong for all the time? Like, it's not like I'm not sitting here because that happened. Like, they built this country on that. Were they wrong for building the country?
I see what you're saying now.
Like, now let's not start this. Like,
yeah.
But the world has to progress in some way, shape, or form. There are people who will make sure that the world progresses in one thing. There are people who will make sure the world progresses, and it can be evil or not. Like there's some people who do not care about good and evil; they just care about progression. And I think it's hard to.
Do you agree with that? Just asking.
I don't know. Because I like cool stuff. I like cool things. And there's some evil people making cool things right now. Like, what's the name? Zuckerberg or one of those, let me not name drop anybody. But one of the big CEOs just put like billions of dollars into like end of the world shelter in Hawaii. Billions of dollars could have done a lot of good stuff.
Who did this? Go ahead.
I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure the first name I said was.
Who is it? Elon?
No, the first name I said.
I didn't hear it.
You gotta bleep all these names out. Liquid, this nigga trying to get us took out.
All right.
People don't see it.
Which one to me? I want to.
For real? I'm pretty sure he got some hot. It's one of the big CEOs spending a lot of money on an end of world shelter in Hawaii. A lot of stuff could have been done with that. Like billions of dollars. There are people who have the ability to change a lot.
So why do you think they're building these shelters? Because this is a big thing that it caught my attention. I'm pretty sure it's been going on for a while, but a lot of people started doing this during the pandemic. Yeah. All those big people were spending, while everybody who could afford it were buying pools and building their fucking patios. These niggas was again investing in bomb shelters and survival shelters. What is up with that? They know something we don't?
Yes, don't ask that. They for sure know something we don't. But it's like, is it as prevalent as they're making it seem? Like, is it something coming up and that's why he's making the shelter? Or did he just come into some bread and he was like, you know what, I've been wanting to make this shelter in Hawaii just in case. But there's so much going on.
Is this invite only shelter?
No. It's a meta shelter. You only see it from the little headband jump. But no, but the same person who's doing that is the same person who's getting my groceries delivered the same day in 2 hours. The same person who got me with video games that I can be inside of like all day, all night, and have a whole new. I like cool stuff. He's evil.
Yeah.
He might be evil. He might be, but That's like good and evil. Like he's doing things.
I guess that comes to my point. Is it evil or is it not evil? Because he's doing good. We see the good. But we don't really
relative.
like you know what I'm. Basically it's.
That's what.
I ain't tryna wait the day